Yeah, just turn on the mic. Just, you know. So, yeah, welcome to our next edition live. It's your boy Elvis Tua, aka DJ More Life. And today I just want to give you an educational talk about food, you know, about the concept of physical, mental, and spiritual, and how important it is to, incorporate different types of exercise, different types of meal plans, different types of methods such as fasting, intermediate fasting. You see, the body is a machine, and a machine, right, has a concept of how it works automatically and a concept of how it works manually. Manually is what you do to maintain your body, taking care of your body, making sure that what you put inside your body is more living. It produces electricity for your body so that your body can then have, right, enough energy or enough power to heal itself. Because you see, sometimes you can sleep, and if there are many disturbance due to what you eat, you know, due to the environment that you're living in, all these things affect, you know, your strength levels as a person. It affects how fast you age, affects you health wise. And we all know wealth is your health. You see, everything else we came and seen, right? We came with our health. So it's not guaranteed that when you give birth, that the child will be healthy. We all pray and we all ask for, a healthy child. However, we know that there are times that that is not the case. You see what I'm saying? So I want you to understand when you are eating food, always apply ginger. You see, because ginger breaks the gases in your system. You have to intake alkaline types of food, food that produces electricity in your body, food that, you know, lasts long in your body. A lot of times, right, too much of something is not good. However, you have to learn the balance, and you balance it by the intermediate fasting that you intake. This is not about, religion or anything like that. This is about survival, methods of survival. These things are things that should be incorporated as a diet in your everyday routine. For example, eating food. Maybe if you eat breakfast, you skip lunch and you eat dinner, 2 meals a day, right? Or sometimes you could skip breakfast and have a one big meal, maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 2 p.m., and then have a big enough meal that takes care of you for the entire day of the day, right? So you won't eat dinner, but you will make up for the calories and, you know, and everything else, right? In the midday. So these are a lot of things that people need to do, intake the vitamins and the minerals. But you have to understand, when you're young, you have a lot of strength, right? But that is automatically given to you due to your health and, your strength as a youth. However, as you are growing, we all know living in gravity, living in environments, pollution, so many different things and variables that, changes the outcome of the health. But the best thing you can do is from time to time maintain your body, you know, by detox, right? Exercise, of course, that's number one. You should incorporate exercise every day. These are some of professional things that, if you do, right, it will benefit you in the long run, because as you get older, you're supposed to get stronger, right? Mentally, physically, spiritually. You may deteriorate in some parts, right? Health wise, because you live in gravity, and of course, pressure changes the outcomes of things. However, you can counter that with the intakes of, ginger. Eat an apple a day, right? The liquids in it is beneficial to your flesh, is beneficial to your organs, right? To your veins, right? Intake in honey. Honey helps heals, right? Honey, the natural kind of honey, all of those things help to strengthen, you know, your body, as well as, the types of liquid that you drink, right? The teas, the even water, straight water. What kind of water do you drink, and how many times a day do you drink liquids, right? And of course, sleeping. Sleeping is very, very essential to everything else, because sleeping allows you to heal, right? So, you have to intake iron substances, right? That heals the body, and it gives it a shorter time for the body to heal. So you could have bad nights, you could sleep bad, but if you generally incorporate these things in your system, you're going to be able to, you know, change the outcomes of your health. So make sure you prevent, you know, yourself from getting sick. We all know that we have a virus out there, a drastic virus that's changing the outcomes of a lot of people's health. And sometimes it has, detrimental effects on people. However, you know, diet is the center of your health. So the gut, your core of your body is everything, is mainly to do with the gut. So, you know what I mean? Detox your gut regularly, you know? Even if you're going to pollute yourself, however, you're also going to clean yourself often so that it balances out, and that you're able to always remain healthy for the longest time possible. Because we all know, right? You can only do so much, right? But however, as you are in your 20s, you're even, as a youth, 15, teenager, going young adult, getting into basically older, aging, all these things happen, right? So it's up to you to prepare manually. Manually, do the best to take care of your immune system, because then your immune system will do the necessary things, right, to protect you through the things that you don't see. Because you can have all the money, you could have all these things, but if you don't have health, or if you have a lot of health complications, your peace is never going to be there. Do you see what I'm saying? And everybody wants to be healthy for the longest time possible. So, in order for you to remain healthy, you gotta do the necessary things to achieve success and goal. Growing up, we were so active. We did a lot of tournaments. I played a lot of different sports, and not just sports. We went to a lot of different events, and I learned a lot. However, growing up, even though I was very active, and I was among an environment where we were always playing and doing so many things that benefited us health wise. We weren't knowledgeable, and it's good for people, young youth, to be knowledgeable about their health at a young age and start taking decisions, right? Incorporate it into their system so that they can eradicate their, what's it called, sickness for a very long time. You know, your organs are very strong. They replace itself, all the time, right? Every 30 days, your cells, everything is changing every 30 days. So you can time yourself for every 30 days, all the good things you can plan for the month. What are you going to eat? How heavy is the calories, your intake of calories? What about how much liquid you're going to intake? Understand that fruits, and vegetables hold a lot of water. In that concept, are you going to change your diets from, solid to liquid or in between, right? Or just go one style, maybe a meat diet for a time period and then change it to vegetable diet, like incorporate however you move. Just understand that, you know, whatever you intake, balance it out with other substances because it all has to go through your system, and sometimes it doesn't always process through your system right away. So my point is, when you are eating food, prepare it for shelter in your body. Like, prepare it in a way where it won't go bad in 24 hours of consumption, right? Where it takes, maybe weeks or months due to, your rapid health methods that you put in place. These things are important to every day, right? Watch how much sodium you take because obviously it can, create certain things for you, dry out your body, you know, depending on how much of it that you intake per week, right? Time yourself 30 days, right? And step by step, put things that create electricity, right? Iron substances in your system. It's important because it's going to work for you. It's going to heal you faster, right? It's going to eliminate some of the viruses that you don't yet know about that your immune system is always fighting, throughout the day or throughout the 30 days. So remember, you have a system. You are the engineer because you decide what you do with yourself, right? You decide. At the end of the day, your decision is what, right? Creates your health, it creates your strength, it creates your protection. And so remember to eat healthy, but also eat food that your body loves to absorb in quick sequence so that it's beneficial to you. Because if your body rejects a lot of things, then it becomes sort of sewer waste in your system that creates poisoning for you later on because it's a system that needs to be always clean. And if it's filled with, rejected nutrients, right? Then it's going to turn because it's going to mutate. Whatever is left in your intestines or, hidden wherever in your stomach or whichever part, right? Your gut. If you don't, from time to time regulate it, it's going to back up and it's going to create all kinds of, diseases, kidney disease, um, you know, cancer, all of these things. Now, I'm not saying that you cannot get these things. However, due to alkaline intake on a regular basis, you can get rid of these things as well. So you're not completely, finished out and about. As long as you, continuously maintain this type of, maintenance on your body, physically, mentally, and spiritually, because all of them have to combine. You have to educate yourself on it too, because education will allow you to take the right increments and when for your body mass, right? You have to understand how much body fat you have, you know, how much intake of certain things that you have intake. Maybe you have too much acid content in your body, right? Or maybe your metabolism is slow. And so you need to speed it up so that it can, sort of work for you and give you more energy to be able to heal yourself and be healthy. Whenever the body is forced to heal itself, such as taking different kinds of, like, different kinds of substances to push it. Let's say you got sick and doctor prescribed something for you. That is basically going to go in and forcefully do the job that your body's supposed to do regularly for you. So that has a side effects. It affects you too, right? Whether it's very vague, very small or not, but it does have that negative kind of effect on your body. It helps you to override. However, sometimes your body does not have the power, so it forces it to do it. And so it could have ripple effects later on. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys had a great understanding of, health is wealth, food, the benefits of intake physically, mentally, and spiritually, taking in liquids and solids, and how it should be alkaline, because alkaline is the best way to incorporate things. And alkaline is not very expensive. Don't look for the expensive kind of alkaline. Look for the basic foundation kind with the, you know, with the lime and lemon and, basically the ginger, right? You have all kinds of things like sea moss, like, vegetables, pear, like all these things that helps you. And then also incorporate it through your meals. Because you see, the liquid in itself, when you mix it together, goes in to heal your body right away. Right? It'll get rid of all the, pressure, the excessive pressure in your body. It regulates that. So it keeps your body cool and relaxed. But then at the same time, is able to, heat up and protect itself when it's out in the cold. Right? So this is something that, I believe with this diet, because you can change it. You can eat meat, you can eat vegetables, fruits, all the different kinds of things. But it's how you eat it and amount, right? Due to the process of your body. Because if you always eat solid all the time, right, you're gonna be backed up. You could be massive and strong, but you could be much stronger if your diet was cut down in many ways, right? Where you incorporate more liquid, because the more meat you eat, the more water you have to intake, right? But if you eat substances that's filled with water, like fruits and vegetables, often that already cuts down. You need less water because it already has a lot of water, like apple and, celery and, just every kind of fruits and vegetables have abundance of water. So you need to incorporate it both in order to, maintain your muscle mass, your strength in your muscle, so that it's better, because it depends. Your height will give you an understanding of your weight, or how much you should weigh, because you can be very big, but if you're short, being very big has its toll, has its problems as well, right? And if you're tall, your knees, we all know. So everyone has their advantage at every height, and everyone has their disadvantage at every height, right? So thank you for listening. Have a nice day, guys. I hope you guys will have, a great time in educating yourself, or learning more, or you learn more from this video on how to be able to, strengthen yourself day in and day out. Bye now.